What is going on, YouTube? I wanted to kind of show you guys my poetry. Now there is music in here, so this probably will get claimed. So if you see this video, make sure to like and comment if you enjoyed the or like which poetry kind of like thing did you like the most. And also just, kind of let me know in the comments just if you want more content on YouTube like this, where it's just more of my stuff, but just thought it would be interesting to do make a little bit of video about. And well, anyways, we're gonna start with these early ones. Now, remember, these ones aren't amazing. I will say these ones are a lot better than these ones for sure. So we're just gonna starting with the worst to the best.
Forever you'll tell yourself the truth is something that you'll never speak. Speak to someone that used to speak to you every day, when every day turned into every week, and every week turned into calling yourself weak. And then you realize even heartbreak can cause you grief.
Anyways,
Forever
that one
you'll
I made in a while ago already, right? And I just last night I literally just started writing a bunch of poetry, and I've been kind of cranking it out. Like so far, I'm doing really good poetry wise, which is really good. And I kind of like doing it, to be honest. Anyways, we're gonna keep going.
I tell myself I want to find someone who would stop, someone who'd be kind enough to stop for an accident to help. Issue is, you'll always find the blind who wouldn't even do it for themselves. Some would have even signed your own death for a little cash. Crazy you can love and do anything for someone and yet still be thrown away like trash. Just why not stop and stay by my side instead of stepping on me like I'm broken glass? One day I'll be dead and forgotten, just like a pile of ash. Tell
No,
myself.
this one I wouldn't argue. Like this one is pretty bad. I will say like the words aren't necessarily bad. I think if I changed things around, this one could have definitely been a lot better. It was mainly trying to stand from the standpoint of there's so many people who would see an accident and just keep on driving, but I would prefer dating somebody who would actually stop and help because that's just who I am. And, in a lot of ways, that's kind of what this one was about. Anyways, continuing.
I am a fool to fall in love with you. No matter how much I try, you're too cool to even call. So every night I cry with my back against the wall, screaming why to God, but he doesn't even have time to reply. So I'm left to drool over someone who wants me to remain their fool.
Which is so true because there's so many people that will just kind of use you and then, like, on purpose, like, completely on purpose, just totally dishonest human being, which is pretty sad because that's the opposite of a human being. If you think about it, a human being is supposed to have empathy, is supposed to have compassion, is supposed to have all these things. If you're cheating or whatever it is on your significant other, I just want to say you're the farthest way, other than, like, obviously there's farther away you can go, but you're you're not really as human as you should be. If you think about it, you're not human. I mean, you are, right? But if you're cheating on your significant other, you're farther away from human than you should want to be. But the issue is a lot of people want to be that way, which is pretty sad because compassion is, I would argue, it exists, but it's not as open as it should be. A lot of people have gotten less compassionate over the years, and I think that's a huge problem. Anyways, let's continuing. I think this next one will be the newer one.
Sometimes
Never
I'm
mind, it's not.
reminded of a time I saw a man pull up.
Now, this one is about something I seen when I was younger. I've wrote about it in my autobiography. This one isn't as good, so I'm just gonna kind of skip through this one just because it's not that good. And well, mainly because you have to do stuff like this just because you're technically not allowed to say this um on social medias and stuff. Like, you are, but you're not, like just because I don't want the algorithm to pick it up, kind of thing, even though obviously it didn't do anything viewership wise. Like, it's bad, right? Anyways, continuing.
I
Yeah,
cut
this one's
today. I am weak. You say I'm not and that I'm perfect. Then why would you leave? Now I hardly even hear you speak. I would have stood by your side, and now every moment that passes I feel my glass heart break.
I'm sick and tired of having to pick up the pieces and look at my phone every time it goes off. I will leave you alone, though, because you are what made me feel at home, and home doesn't even want me. Maybe I am meant to be alone.
Now
I cut
that
today.
was hella deep, right? So I wrote that last night along with like the ones you'll see. There's a few that I wrote this morning, but a lot of them I wrote today or last night, I should say. And it's really good. I like actually enjoy this. It's so good. And on top of this did really well. This almost had 1,000 views, so 80 likes, which is pretty good for 900 and whatever it is right now. In theory, if I have 1,000, that's 20 extra I could get, and that would be interesting because it's like 100 versus 1,000. That's how like my engagement would be, which is a good thing for growth in the algorithm. That's comments always help too. Um, but it's genuinely really good, and I think over time, it's just I would argue it's worth it. Anyways, I'm gonna continue working or continue doing poems and stuff like that, but I'm gonna keep scrolling up. I just want to say one more thing, and that is if you want to follow my poetry account, it's Stealthy Gets Real. I know, a weird name, but I just came up with it. And if you would like to engage on these posts, it helps out a lot. Just make sure if you do it that it's on your For You page because it can hurt me a little bit if you're just kind of like scrolling through my posts and liking them. Unfortunately, that's just the thing unless you're like a bigger creator where you're just going to show up on people's For You page no matter what. Obviously, this account has like, what, 19 followers as of right now, which is not very good, obviously. But I do think I'm going to follow this niche on this account. It's just my poetry. I do have a third account that I think I'll use for my traveling and just kind of clips of me traveling. Like, for example, maybe I don't know, jump in water from a cliff or something, you know what I mean? And just kind of have fun. Anyways, let's scroll up.
Hey, Dad. Thank you for never being there. Empty birthdays are the days I felt empty. I understand my mom was a liar, but you left me behind. All I feel is no matter what's the time, I'll always be just that, left behind. By lovers and by friends, I wish I could rewind the happy memories just to go back to a time where I wasn't left behind. Hey, I remember screaming for help as you sat there watching me get hit. Being hit with a baseball bat all over because I just wanted to sleep at a friend's house. I remember being locked in my room just after he beat me. I remember how he punched me with rage. Hearing you speak to your friends about how you think it's okay to beat your kids makes me feel embarrassed to call you my mom. Well,
Oh,
Mom, I will forever leave you alone.
this one is so good if you know me. Like this one really hits. I love it. I'm sorry, I had to say that, but it's genuinely really good. This one is just honestly fire. I love this one.
Hope. It's a funny word. A word I know very well. From loving someone to feeling unlovable. We all need love, but now love is why I hope to be unlovable. So maybe one day, you'll hope for what I had hoped for, and you'll come back to me. I hope this is not what my heart is doing for, but maybe it's meant to be.
So sorry about that. The only reason I like turned it down is because the copyright. It's gonna happen no matter what, but it won't be a strike. It'll be a claim, I'm sure. But it's just it hurts the video a little bit. But I just kind of wanted to post it, at least for the people that are subscribed to me as of right now. Anyways, let's continue.
If I can help one person with my YouTube channel, or with my poetry, then I will continue. The thing is, I already know I do that. I remember every single person that messaged me their pain. I just want you to know, the longer the storm, the longer the rainbow is. And I promise, one day, you will see that rainbow. If I can help.
Which is so true.
All of my friends have told me that you were using me, and yet, somehow I still convinced myself that us is all you wanted us to be. I just wish you could have seen what I see when I see you. All of my
I just posted this. It says 2 hours ago, but I literally just posted this. It's weird. I think it's a little bit like it's my computer. Like it says the time is 4:49, which it is, but on here it's like saying it's 2 hours behind, which was what it originally was set up to be, and I changed it. But anyways, yeah, my favorite definitely probably for me, it's the this one for sure, especially the ending. This one is so good for the ending. I loved it. But let me know what your favorite is based off of the titles you can see on screen right now. Um, and yeah, just kind of let me know because I do really enjoy making these stuff. Some of it it's about family, and then some of it's about heartbreak, and all this other stuff. Like this did really well, and it was my first post of the day, and 968. And I didn't even mean to post these automatically, and I accidentally just clicked post instead of draft, which I hate doing because if I was like doing it through my computer, it wouldn't be as bad. Just use my camera on my computer when I get a camera in the first place. But that way when I record, it just sounds better, it looks better, and also on top of that, you don't have this problem. Like when I plug in my headset in my phone, it sounds all right, and it sounds better than what just using the phone, quality in general. But like in the computer, it's even better. So I prefer, through the computer. But there's certain things that need to be changed and adjusted on the computer still. But as I was saying about like posting these videos, it's like it's I think it's worth doing. And like I said, if you would like to follow this account, it's Stealthy Gets Real. It means a lot. It helps a lot. And also because this is going to be something I kind of chase after, even as a side thing. Eventually, with my third account, I was trying to decide if I want to do it as my writing, so like for my actual books and stuff that I've published, and just kind of read like paragraphs or like act out certain scenes for it. Yeah, just maybe it would sound good to do, I guess, and would be worth, and maybe I can drive sales in my books. However, that one I feel like I don't want to do by myself. I kind of want to have like actors maybe, and kind of just make content based off of the story and actually show the scenes rather than just read it because I feel like reading only does so much. Poetry is nice, but I think the difference is too is I still would like to see it. I would love to be able to collab with a few different creators. Like there's a bigger I can't click my following. There's a bigger creator who has like 1.4 million subscribers. So I don't think I can collab with them, but I would love to. I think it would be great. And what I was thinking was because not a lot of people collab with poetry, I feel like. And what I was thinking was we could make a story maybe about just different things. Friendship, it could be about heartbreak, it could be about anything. I don't really care. I just want to, you know, collab just in general, make content with whoever they are, and or I know who they are, but be able to actually do it. The only issue is I feel nervous like asking somebody who has like a million followers because like they don't know me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind being friends with them eventually, if we ended up doing that and we could make a story out of it. I think stories are interesting because it's based off of real things. So it could be about heartbreak, it could be about just different things. I think I would enjoy it. But anyways, that's really gotta say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Make sure to comment and like and subscribe, but comment your favorite poem. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow or later, whenever I see you.